everyone, and welcome to this live webinar in partnership with UNIMORE, which stands for Università di Modena and Reggio Emilia in Italy. I am Emilia from Docsity, and I'm glad to be here today with the professors from UNIMORE who will introduce the courses offered by the university. So let me leave the floor to Professor Alessandro Capra, who is Rector's Delegate for Internationalization, for a quick introduction. Thank you very much for being with us, Professor Capra.
Good morning, good afternoon, everybody, and thanks to the colleague of Docsity for the presentation. And for the second year, we are really proud to ask collaboration to Docsity for organizing this event, just in order to enlarge the plateau of students interested in UNIMORE. I want to make a very short presentation of our university, just in order not losing time for the colleague of different master degree taught in English that are the important target of today. So I would like to introduce our university through a video. I'm sharing the video, hoping that everything should be okay. All right, and it is.
Hi, my name is Nicholas. I study advanced automotive engineering, and while studying in Munich and UNIMORE, I found myself in a very challenging but inspiring environment, full of opportunities to develop state-of-the-art technologies in some of the most
We lost audio.
Regretted. Good luck.
Okay. So we did a very short presentation. I hope you should appreciate. And in the meantime, for all the audience, I say that Docsity will offer to you the possibility to see again the video. In the video are showing the different principal aspects of our internationalization. It means number of abroad students recruited abroad, about the mobility exchange and so on. So now it's time, after this short introduction, to leave the floor to the different colleagues, the chair of the different master degree in engineering and physics area. So I hope you enjoy the day, and I am available too for any kind of question made today or in the future through Docsity, and enjoy this appointment and hoping to see you in Unimore. Really, thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Professor Capra. I see that more participants are joining, so welcome and thanks for participating in this live event with the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia. If you have any questions during the event, just drop them into the Q&A box and we will take them in the last part of the event. And as we are presenting several courses, please make sure to refer to the one you're interested in while typing your questions, so we are sure to answer them properly. And I'm now happy to leave the floor to Professor Luca Salmi, who teaches electronics and will introduce the Master of Electronics Engineering. Welcome and thanks for being with us today. Okay, there we are. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Sorry for the slight delay. I'm Luca Salmi, Professor of Electronics at the University of Modena, Reggio Emilia. I'm going to try to answer two very simple questions. If I were a bachelor student in a STEM subject, why should I enroll in electronic engineering and why I should do it in Unimore? Well, if we look at the challenges and the visions for the future that we are faced every day in the news, in the life, toward a sustainable world in spite of climate change, whether it be energy, agriculture, mobility, electrification, cybersecurity, in all fields, including the appearance of data deluge, artificial intelligence, and medicine and health, we see an overwhelming demand nowadays for more electronics and for new electronics hardware. I mean hardware, I mean technology, I mean devices, sensors for computing, for electrification, for communication, and so on. And do we have evidence for this? Yes, we do have a lot of evidences. It's so much that we also experienced in the last couple of years chip shortages of the basic electronic components that drive every application in the smart application in modern life. We have seen the emergence of chip wars among the superpowers in the world, namely, notably China and the US. And we have seen important acts from the European Commission, from America, and from all current countries to establish CHIPS Act in order to strengthen the capacity of nations to develop electronic technology. So these are exciting times for electronics. But why is that? Well, because electronics and electronic engineering basically provides you the knowledge to design and to operate what? To operate complex, smart hardware that manipulates information. And based on this knowledge that you acquired during your master degree, you will be able to master these advanced heterogeneous electronic hardwares, which have fallouts in each and every possible aspect of our daily life and of the management of our societies. And let me just make a few examples of what this means in practice, taken from real examples that are also part of activities in Unimore. Electronics means to start from materials and from devices and give them functionality, useful functionality. So starting from glasses to build all the knowledge to come to multimodal, for instance, optical fibers for wideband communications, or very smart displays, active displays like Google Glasses or similar, or plastic for contactless cards, or smart bandages that can heal wounds in shorter times than would be natural. Or from silicon, well, the chips, the neuromorphic processor, that's a very new trend that is emerging for very modern applications in information society related to artificial intelligence, for instance. Even a simple metal patch can become a multi-band antenna array for focused, very wide bandwidth communications in 5G or in 6G. So why we think that UNIMORE is a very good place to learn all this and to acquire all this knowledge? Because in UNIMORE, electronic engineering is research-driven, it's project-based education, and this boost comes from the strong and large number of European and international projects and national projects that we have in all key areas of applications of electronics, whether it's it be the automotive or the health or the neuromorphic, and these are some of the running projects nowadays in these subjects. And we are quite proud of this because in 2022, so last year, actually UNIMORE was the best performance at the national level. So among all Italian universities having electronic engineering for electronic components and systems, for projects in electronic components and systems, which are indeed these complex smart electronics that I was talking about. So let me say a few words about the course of studies after this introduction and motivation why this is a hot field to be engaged with. It's very simple, actually. There's a basic, compulsory basic of 39 ECDS, complemented with on two split the curricula. So the structure is very simple. And then there is large space for individual choices, so elective courses and master thesis. Going a little bit in more detail, well, and to cut a long story short, let's say that if we think in simple terms, we can divide the world of electronics in two main areas. On the one hand, on the left, you have all those usages and applications of electronics where power, energy is required. So relatively large power, relatively large energy, industrial applications, moving motors, activating larger robots, and so on and so forth. The other area, instead of that, is that of the tiny, small objects, smart objects, intelligent objects that we carry with ourselves, that we want them lightweight, we want them to consume very little power so that they can be powered, even harvesting energy from the environment. So these are the two curricula, industrial automation and smart connected systems. The structure of the course is very simple. The compulsory courses are mostly at the first semester of the first year, with some a couple of them during the second semester or the first semester of the second year. And we start with courses on components, basic electronic components, okay, where you touch the new technologies that introduces so much innovation for them. Digital transmission on wireline and wireless communications, which is so important at every level. And of course, system and control theory, whether controlling a moving car or robots or a swarm of drones or other new applications. Photonics and microwaves is the second leg of important technologies because there is a merge ongoing between electronics and photonics, which is opening a huge field of new opportunities with lots of European projects and European companies which are at the state of the art worldwide. And lastly, all this knowledge comes together into the system. So in the ability to co-design the hardware, keeping in mind what the software will have to execute, okay, and putting all this on a board or on a programming computing platform. If we go to the curricular exams, I will not spend too much time. We have many state-of-the-art advanced topics that feed themselves with the knowledge built from research, such as nanoelectronics, bioelectronics, learning algorithms for communications, and network and control systems. There are lots of networks which are increasingly important in the deployment of these technologies. For the industrial automation, I underline the presence of a new course on wide bandgap semiconductor power devices. This is a new technology which is expanding at a tremendous rate, with lots of efforts worldwide to make it develop and deployed into everyday equipment, let's say. Besides MEMS, also another important, power electronics, industrial measurements, and so on. So this is the overall picture of both curricula. Let me add very few additional hints. The fact that the study program is enriched by international courses on advanced engineering topics, taught by top international experts, and we have a continuously evolving offer on this. And we merge design activity in our research lab, even with the thesis, with many research laboratories equipped with the state-of-the-art measurement and fabrication characterization things. So I would like also to emphasize that electronics engineering is a course in Modena is an effective bridge to industry. Modena is in the middle of the Emilia-Romagna region, which is one of the richest and most enterprising regions in Italy. And there is a focus and the concentration of large, medium, and small scale industries. And all these are accessible to students. We are trainships with many of them. Some are listed here. But electronics engineering is also a bridge to the world, because we have lots of contacts through the university via Erasmus Plus or more overseas, but also, as I said, through the European research projects, which support study visits, courses, thesis abroad, and these are some of the ones that are active. To go to the conclusion, toward the conclusion, I will mention that there is also an option for a double degree with the Università Tecnológica Federal do Paraná in Brazil, whereby selected students can spend 1 year in Italy, 1 year in Brazil, and eventually achieve 2 degrees, a degree which is actually a double degree, so recognized by both countries as an official degree. So why enrolling in electronics engineering? It's an international course. It's entirely taught in English. It's multicultural environment, cutting edge contents, high salary level, very high salary level, because electronics engineers are dramatically sought for in these years. Opportunities of professional growth in the Emilia region, and as I said, I will not spend too many words on enrollment, just mention that the call is out at this link. It is now open. It is in 2 phases. You first apply and you submit an application for evaluation, okay? And then if accepted, then you go to the actual enrollment phase. These are the contacts to the people officially, the official contact points, the head of the master degree course and delegate for orientation. And with that, I thank you for your attention and look forward to seeing you in Modena.
Thank you, Professor Selmi, for your presentation. So I think we are now ready to move to the Master in Physics with Professor Paolo Bordone. Thanks for joining us today, Professor. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm the director of the Master degree in Physics, and let me spend a few words about the context. Probably we have already heard about the idea. We are in a quite lively contest, as you have heard before, and the Department of Physics and Mathematics and Informatics and Mathematics is in connection with the Department of Engineering, Medicine, Applied Science. We have a lot of international relationship with research centers, and we have the CNR is an important CNR center here in our building related to nanophysics. And then there are technopoles, as you have already heard, and then the interaction with the hospital. And there are a lot of companies active in the area, like automotive, biomedical, ceramics, food packaging, which are interactive with our degree. And we have, of course, the 3 levels. We have a bachelor degree, and then the master degree and the graduate school in physics. And the master degree and the graduate school are strongly related also from the scientific research point of view. And the research is strongly connected through the teacher, through a number of different institutions and countries. So this is a quite lively situation. Let's say how it works, the organization of the class. We have 3 curricula in our master degree. The first one is the theoretical, one is theoretical and computational physics. The other one is experimental nanophysics and quantum technologies. And the last one is biophysics and applied physics. I will go into the detail in a moment, some more detail in a moment. The general idea is that we have 11 exams in selected areas of physics, theoretical and experimental. And then we can have from 0 to 4 compulsory courses that depends on the choice of the curriculum. Especially the first 2. In the first 2, we have 4 compulsory courses, and the third one, no one. And then we have 2 free choice exams. It means that you can choose these exams picking from any of the other curriculum, because the student is supposed to select one curriculum and then design a study plan, as you will see inside the curriculum. But there are 2 free choice exams that can be taken from the other curriculum, or even from other degree of our university, University of Modena, Reggio Emilia, providing the fact that the topics has to be related to the profession of physicists. And then we have professional preparation classes. We have special programs also. So this is the general structure. And let's see in some more detail, the theoretical and computational physics curriculum is, there are 2 particular aspects. One is more related to fundamental interaction, the other one is more related to condenser physics. And here you can see the keywords. We have fundamental interaction, gauge string theory, standard model, general relativity, but also quantum computation, a quite up-to-date topic, method of simulation of matter, simulation of inorganic and organic matter, nanomaterials, biological matter, surfaces, nanodevices, high-performance computing. And the structure, typical structure of this curriculum is that there are 4 mandatory courses, as you can see. It means there is no option, you have to choose them in the first year. And then there is the possibility to pick 3 of these classes in the second group: solid state physics, laboratory, quantum simulation, nanoscience, quantum material, quantum many-body theory, and so on. 3 classes of this one. 1 of experimental character, since we are in a theoretical approach. We need also experimental classes. So we have laboratory nanostructure or synchrotron radiation, a choice. And then 3 other classes that can be picked in this series of related courses. So you can build up your own study plan, plus the free choice classes that I told you before. And basically we have 10 classes the first year, and then 5 classes the second year, plus the second half of the second year is devoted to a research thesis. typically. Then we have the other curriculum. The second one is experimental nanophysics and quantum technologies. We have a part more related to experimental part, and the one more related to the quantum technologies, which is a quite up-to-date argument, as you might know. Also, in this case, there are 4 mandatory courses, so no option about this, but then you can pick 3 of this second group of classes, and then 1 among this third group of classes, and then again 3 classes of this last group, advanced spectroscopic imaging method, and so on. And then again you have to choose 2 or 3 classes among all the possible choices. Then we have the last one is biophysics and applied physics. In this case, there are no compulsory classes, and you have to choose 2 classes in the first group, 1 in the second group, and then again 4 in the structure of matter of particles, so 4 of this class among these classes, and 4 among these other classes. So the general idea is that once one has chosen a curriculum, then he has to design a proper study plan, respecting the constraint of the specific curriculum chosen. Sorry. So to help in the choice, so the study plan basically is the key point. Once you have chosen a curriculum, then you have to study to choose a study plan. And then in our website, we give a suggestion to help students in the choice. For example, for the theoretical and computational physics curriculum, there are 2 possible study plans suggested: theoretical computational physics of matter and theoretical physics of fundamental interactions. And these are just suggestions. Usually students appreciate this, but they can be changed, of course. And then concerning the curriculum experimental nanophysics and quantum technologies, we suggest a curriculum devoted to quantum science and technologies, study plan, and the study plan devoted to nanophysics and nanotechnologies. And we also suggest a study plan related to the biophysics and applied physics curriculum, which is physics and biological system and medical physics. It should be stressed that once the study plan has been established, it can be changed a number of times during the 2 years. And so there is the possibility, so the choice is not forever. Usually there is the first choice is at the beginning of the year, in the fall, and then there is the possibility to change the choice of the study plan in the springtime, and then again in the next fall, and then again in the springtime of the second year. Just remember that the second year usually is devoted, the second part of the second year is devoted to the thesis, which is typically a research thesis. We have also, and this is quite important, special programs. Also, in our case, we have a double degree program with the Radboud University of Nijmegen in the Netherlands. In this case, the students spend 1 year in Modena and 1 year in Nijmegen. Typically, there is a double advisor. One is in the University of Modena, and the other one is in the University of Nijmegen, and the advisor together establish a study plan for the student. The student has to be selected according to an interview, and then so that typically the first year is in Modena for the Modena student, and the second year is in Nijmegen. In the second year, there will be the thesis with the double advisor. At the end of the process, the student gets a double degree, the master in physics from the University of Modena and the master in physics and astronomy from the University of Nijmegen. So this is quite an opportunity, which started just last year. Then we have a program of excellence, which is an idea to support the student that wants to follow the career in the PhD school. So it gives the possibility to study a little bit more during the master program to get an advantage in case of the student want to proceed with the graduate school in physics and nanoscience that we have here in Modena. Then we have Erasmus contact with the Oviedo University, Grenoble, Montpellier, Nijmegen, and Vilnius. So the possibility to move according to the Erasmus Plus program. And also we have classes related to guiding to the job market, devoted to the introduction of the student in the work market. Then, just to give you a general idea, why study physics in Modena? As I told you, this is a quite active, from the research point of view, activity. And then we have a very high quality. The number of students is reasonable, usually around 20 students per year. It means that the teacher has the opportunity to follow very carefully the student, so the need of the student. And so students are very well accounted for by the teachers. So everything is quite up to date for the needs, the specific need of the students. And we have an international environment, as I told you. Modena is a quite lively city, well connected, as we have seen in the presentation before, and we are very close to the international airport of Bologna. And we have a lot of interaction from the point of view of research through our professors. So there is the possibility to have exchange and to develop research at the international level, with high level quality. We evaluate the application through an interview where we evaluate the background in classical physics and in especially in quantum physics of the student, and we evaluate also the English fluency. There is no certification is required to this purpose. I think I can just conclude that the lesson starts September 25, and the enrollment deadline is December the 20th of this year. Thank you for your attention. I hope I was in the time.
Thank you, Professor Bordone, for your presentation. And I think we are now ready to listen to Professor Giulio Alesina, whose sharing will cover the Master in Sustainable Industrial Engineering. Welcome and thanks for being with us, Professor Alesina. The floor is yours.
Thank you. So let me share the screen. I hope it's the right one.
It is.
Okay, fantastic. So welcome, future students. I will take very little of your time to go through this interesting master degree program that will start September this year at the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia. So the master degree I'm discussing about is the Sustainable Industrial Engineering. I will go through the idea that is behind this new course that will start to exist from this year, was not existing before. And what happened was that this will also unlock the fourth city in terms of cities where University of Modena and Reggio Emilia is active. So there's Modena, Reggio Emilia, Mantova, and now starting from September this year, there will be another city that is Carpi. So what happened was that the municipality of Carpi, together with the local bank foundation, decided that they strongly want the university to be present in the territory. And so they started to create a new facility that I will present you in a minute. And the facility will start with the very first master degree course, that is Sustainable Industrial Engineering. So in the discussion for the creation of this brand new course, the idea was to create something that was useful for the students in terms of future occupational potential. So starting from the very beginning, the companies in the local territory, Modena, Reggio Emilia, and the city of Carpi and beyond, they started to send endorsement for the creation of this course. The idea is to create a high-level teaching experience that where the companies are always present, as I will present you in a second. Now there are more than 50 companies that already endorsed this initiative, and more are coming, and we are keep counting to the day. So let me spend a few words about the program, how it's structured, how it was invented first, and how it's structured then. So the idea is that we are talking about a master degree program, and we are talking about a master degree program that fits into the label in terms of the ministry, Italian ministry ranking of the mechanical engineering. So it's quite important that we keep an eye on the idea that mechanical engineering is the center of this course. The course, of course, is entirely taught in English, and there's no restriction in terms of maximum number of students, but similar to the other course of the mechanical area, there will be a minimum GDP or final grade required. That usually is 2/3 of the maximum that is allowed for your institution. The idea, as I told you before, is to have local companies always present in during the 2 years of teaching. So the professor will have the role of teaching really high level, high quality material there. But the idea of having the company, the local industries and companies in campus helps to have always a view of what is beyond, what is after now my experience as a student, and what is after I will start to be an employee. So for this reason, we started a discussion with the CEOs and directors from the selected companies, figuring out a way of having them to interact with students in the program. And we define a few ways. The last one in this list is the more common. So at the end of the 2 years program, the last 6 months are usually filled with an internship in the company. But then we started to figure out other ways we can have the companies and the industry to interact with the 2 years course. So we decided to have specific seminars that will be held by CEOs and directors after class during the 2 years. There will be laboratory activities that will be decided on topics that are of interest of the local companies, as well as while we were filling these endorsement letters that arrived in the past months, we figured out that the local framework of companies here in Modena and Reggio Emilia is filled with a high number of excellence, really companies that can show best practices and nice products. So the idea is that it's quite important to communicate the fact that these best practices exist in this territory. And so we can also have the students to go in field trips to local companies to see this, to see how the company solved the problem, or what is how they solved high quality standard issue or things like that. Then, so this was the framework of how the companies interact with the program. Now let's see a second thing that we are quite proud of for this course is the fact that the challenge is to create classes that will focus on engineering topics, but with an eye on what is called the so-called soft skills. So we figured out that during the employment, the employee always discuss the fact that the students may lack of this kind of soft skills. So the idea that maybe a student can have a very high quality instruction level, but then it struggle with the team working. They struggle to defend his idea. He struggle to figure out how to put priorities in a project. So for this reason, the idea was to add this kind of topics within the classes that I will show you in a minute. So working in teams, on group projects, on case studies that will be suggested by the local companies is a very good way to have students to both learn about the problem, but also to learn how about the process, as well as putting some hints about transitional thinking, key element of system innovation that will be the basis of transition, both for technological or sustainable point of view. So now let's dive a little into the prospectus of the course. And for some of you that have already some experience about prospectuses from mechanical engineer courses, you will recognize some courses that are always present that gives mechanical engineering, let's say, soul to this course. And so you can see there's fluid machineries, there's design, and there's manufacturing system and things like that. Well, what you can see also is that the problem about sustainability, it was possible to solve this problem in two ways. So one way to create a project about, a course about sustainable industrial engineering was to carve out a series of exams, a series of courses and classes, and to put classes specifically designed for sustainability. The problem was that we also wanted to create a high profile student level, and we also want to create a profile of students that are capable of innovation. So it was quite important to keep a bunch of these exams that are specifically focused on mechanical engineering with some influences from, you can see, for example, IoT and artificial intelligence. All those things cooperate to create a student that is capable of innovation. Despite the kind of company that will employ the student, we want to create students capable of creating innovation. That was the first goal. So the problem about sustainability was that we cannot take away a bunch of these exams and put exams about specifically on sustainability without destroying this process of creating innovators for the future. So as you can see, we solved the problem in out of the box way. So there are a couple of exams that are specifically designed to work on the sustainability topics, and you will see there's a sustainability assessment of industrial processes that is basically doing the life cycle assessment of products and processes. This is quite important and was important for us to keep an exam specifically for that. And also you will see something about energy management that is a very large exam. Here is divided in energy production, so renewable energy sources, solar energy, wind energy, geothermal, and so on, but also energy savings for companies. So helping companies both to enter in the market of sustainability or to be more sustainable as a starting point. So where is the challenge? The challenge was that all the remaining topics about sustainability are diffused within the other classes that you see here. So classical classes that you see, for example, as design, mechanical design. Now you will see that is, for example, advanced design for durability and alternative material use. So the sustainability is brought within a classical mechanical engineer exam and is going to change it because part of the exam is focused on the sustainability problem. As well, for example, you have manufacturing system usually, but here we have sustainable manufacturing systems. We have, for example, sustainable product design, sustainable process design. So the idea is to, without taking away any of the very important exams for creating innovators of the future, designer of the future, we put the sustainability problem within every every single of this list, every single exam of this list. Okay, let me give you just 2 final words about the facility, because again, this was a challenge within the challenge. So the idea is that to start university in a new city, and the city of Carpi is creating this fantastic building that will help to contain not only the classes, but also all the research projects that will stay there. So there's a university campus that is under construction now. It will start in September this year. And we will have 4 large classes, 3 small ones, laboratories, mechanical shops for manufacturing, the offices for tenured and postgrad staff. And as you can see here, is much more than a facility just for teaching the first and the second year of this class. So concluding, the idea is to be ready now for you, future student, to be in a cutting-edge engineering course, reinventing the mechanical engineering, and so to be ready to be hired for high-profile position in terms of innovators, to be ready to study in a brand new facility, and to learn and gain skills that are highly required by the industrial sector, both hard skills at a high-level mechanical teaching as soft skills, like group project and things like that. And one word, not to be ready to graduate in sustainable industrial engineering. Any update about this class, this course specifically, will be published in a dedicated site. The site will be broadcasted starting from May. So I will ask you to wait 1 week now for this, then we go live. And there you will see all the information about the course, interview with the professors. You will see how to apply for this, that the application will start next month. And any other update from the city, from the university, or for the bank foundation that is funding this activity. Okay, so thank you for your attention, and from this side, it's all.
Thank you very much, Professor Alesina, for your presentation. And I would like to remind our audience to drop any questions you might have into the Q&A box, and we will take them in the last part of our event. I see also that our professors, our speakers, are taking them in real time. So I encourage you to share any questions you might have, so we can try to solve any doubts you might have. Now let's go on with the presentation by Professor Francesco Leali about the Master in Advanced Automotive Engineering. Thanks, Professor, for being with us today.
Thank you so much. I'm going to share my screen. Do you see it?
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay, now we see.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I would like to start with a short video just describing what our master program is.
Can you imagine the cars and the motorcycles of the future? Will they be connected to everything? How will their design change? How will the engine of tomorrow work? Maybe motor vehicles will turn on just with a glimpse, or be as fast as your thoughts. The truth is that imagination requires talent, but above all, skills and training tools that only a great university can offer. This is the reason why UNIMORE, the Motor Vehicle University of Emilia-Romagna, was born. A campus as big as an entire region, where the brands that made the history of the automotive industry and the main universities of Emilia-Romagna merged together to design the 8 automotive engineering careers of the future in electric vehicle engineering, electronic and communication system, autonomous driving engineering, advanced powertrain, advanced motorcycle engineering, advanced sports car manufacturing, high-performance car design, racing car design. All of them under 3 master's degrees with an innovative learning by doing approach. The most famous automotive companies in the world put their know-how and the most innovative technologies at the service of students to train the engineers of tomorrow directly through their professionals. With UNIMORE, the most talented students will shift from designing to testing within the most renowned manufacturers with the skills of those already pursuing the future and bringing it forward. Start here and keep writing the history of 2 and 4 wheels. If you are an engineer with passion for automotive, if you have strong skills and a multidisciplinary curiosity, join UNIMORE, the University of Motor Vehicle that will drive you into the future. Find out more at motorvehicleuniversity.com.
Okay, so thank you so much again for being here. Now I move to a short presentation following what you saw in the video. UNIMORE is a project we started in 2017 together with the 4 universities of our region and together with the most important brands in automotive we have here in more or less 40 square kilometers. As you can see here, we have some of the most important and high technology brands for automotive. Today, we are going to focus particularly on the Advanced Automotive Engineering Master Degree Program, that is the program devoted to mechanical engineers. And within this program, we offer 6 different profiles, 6 different careers. But as you can see here, the offer from UNIMORE is wider that we are going to discuss today. So we are interested on that. Please visit our website, motorvehicleuniversity.com. In the master degree course in advanced automotive engineering, we are focused on the design and develop of the most important topics in automotive engineering from a mechanical point of view, as I told you before. As you can see here, we offer 6 different profiles in advanced motorcycle engineering, advanced powertrain in 2 different sides, advanced sports car manufacturing, high-performance car design, and racing car design. We have a limited number of seats, and so we have a selection, and it's very important to be ready for the interview we use in order to select people. The call for admission is today open, and it will close 19th of May, so hurry up if you are interested into the program. Coming to the content of the different careers, of the different profiles, as you can see here, all the lectures, all the classes will start in Modena, and then students move to other departments, other cities, in order to complete their own profile. In advanced motorcycle engineering, we have a big support from people coming from Ducati, even as professor and educators in labs. We offer students the possibility to visit the company, to stay with the management, and to deepen the most important topics related to the vehicle dynamics and the motor vehicle manufacturing. In advanced powertrain, on the other side, we are very focused in the hybrid powertrains. So internal combustion engines and electric motors together in order to obtain the best performance for vehicle. Again, we start in Modena the first semester, and then students move to Bologna or stay in Modena according to the profile where they are assigned. In sports car manufacturing, we receive a big contribution from Lamborghini in particular, and we are open to the management of the plants and the design of the manufacturing plants for the automotive production, for the production of high-level, top-class cars in particular. Here we started in Modena, and then students moved to Bologna to complete their own profile again. In high-performance car design, we work in a close connection with Ferrari and Maserati in particular, and also Pagani contributes to the lectures, to the classes. Is very important for us, have the best professors and teachers from the academy and from the industry. So we are open to the contribution of companies in the teaching, but also in sharing their labs and facilities. Racing car design is maybe the most requested program here. We offer 25 seats in order to give students the possibility to be selected. The first year is in Modena, and the second year is in Varano de Melegari, where Dallara has its headquarters. So students have the possibility to stay very close to the premises of the Dallara automobile company. Obviously, we offer many optional elective courses, as you can see here. So students have the possibility to create their own study plan, selecting at least a couple of classes to complete their profile according to their preferences and capabilities. Even if we are very young, we had 700 students here in Modena, starting with this program, and we offer possibilities and position for extra European students. We reserved 18 positions for extra European students, and then we have European and Italian students. As you can see here, more or less 20% of our students is not Italian. For us, it's very important the overall quality of the class, and so our selection is quite demanding. We ask for a top final grade from the bachelor, so maybe you should be in the first 35% of students from your bachelor if you want to be admitted. We ask for a good knowledge of the English for sure, and we ask for a solid background. Very important and very discussed during the interview is even the motivation to stay with us in the Emilia-Romagna region, to stay with us, also because more or less 80% of students has the possibility to find a job here. So for us, it's very important to give the companies the opportunity to select the best students for their future programs. Another very important point I would like to share, to stress with you, is the possibility to close the path, to close the education with an internship of 6 months in the companies. For us, it's very important that students have the possibility to stay in the company before closing their degree, so before the graduation. Thank you for your interest, and please contact us if you want to deepen information about that. Thank you so much again.
Thanks a lot, Professor Leali, for your presentation. And we are now ready to listen to Professor Costantino Grana, who will cover the Master in Artificial Intelligence Engineering. Welcome and thanks for joining our webinar today, Professor.
I need to wait for Francesco to leave to close its sharing.
I think we are just done. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So here it is, and I should be sharing my screen.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
Okay, so let me start. Just kick up a stopwatch for not to avoid running late. Okay, so hello everybody. I'm now talking about the master degree in artificial intelligence for the next year. So what is this master? Well, we started from the European request of finding people who really knows how to deal with the computer science and specifically artificial intelligence needs of Europe. So we took the computer science, classical computer science engineering that we had here in Modena, and created a new course which will start next year. So the idea is to have an equilibrium between generalization and specialization. So we have 2 tracks. The course is full in English, but we will allow a lot of choices from the students to fine-tune everything for themselves. Specifically, the contents are pretty modern and are continuously updated thanks to the work of the professors, which are all of them researchers in the field. How is the course organized? Every ECTS corresponds to 8 hours of frontal teaching. All computer science modules are 9 credits, so 72 hours. All related topics, so additional topics which complete the curriculum, are 6 credits. There is a mandatory internship in company or in a university lab. What are the tracks? Well, we have 2 different tracks. I will talk about them very quickly. The students select a track when they enroll, and then they have mandatory modules which help you define the track content. These must be completed with elective modules, and these are chosen from the other track, the computer engineering course, or other courses of UNIMORE. If you're interested in mechanics or electronics, you can fill the last spots of your CV with those courses. So 5 exams are taken from the course you select. 2 exams are from the other track or from the computer engineering course. 2 exams are from related modules, and 18 credits are totally elective. Overall, we have then 9 credits for the stage and for the stage, and the thesis writing and defense account for the final credits. So the tracks are application of artificial intelligence engineering and large-scale artificial intelligence engineering. So for the applications, well, both tracks start from the fundamentals in machine learning and deep learning, computer vision, and intelligent systems. These are the basics for all of the course. In the application, the focus is on robotic systems, smart robotic systems, objects and sensors with IoT applications, and bioinformatics. So 5 courses: machine learning and deep learning, computer vision and cognitive system, artificial intelligence in bioinformatics, Internet of Things and 3D intelligent systems, smart robotics. For the large-scale curriculum, well, the same basics, but the focus is on distributed agent system, multimedia data processing, artificial intelligence technologies on supercomputers. So apart from the 2 courses which are common on the 2 tracks, you have distributed artificial intelligence, multimedia data processing, scalable AI. The course name is Scalable Artificial Intelligence. We are very proud to have NVIDIA as a partner for this course. So we have about 2/3 of the course, sorry, 1/3 of the course is taught by NVIDIA people. What are the electives that we are managing? So for each track, you have 2 modules to take from the computer engineering or this course, another 2 related modules on the next list, and then other electives, whatever you want, basically. What are the related exams? Called esami affini in Italian. We have automated decision-making, automotive connectivity, introduction to quantum information processing, user experience design. For the additional electives, we have application of artificial intelligence in operation and supply chain management, automotive cybersecurity, neuroscience. Of course, we are in Italy, so we have plenty of other courses available in Italy if you want to learn the language. Otherwise, this is our offer for English taught courses. So I'm very happy to point you to the to the website of the course, inf.unimore.it. Inginf is Ingegneria Informatica, the computer science, the name for the Italian computer science course. And you can find a bachelor in Italian, master in Italian, and the English taught master degree on artificial intelligence engineering. You just click on here and you can have a lot of links and all the people you can contact if you want more information on our course. So here I'm showing just a bunch of very little applications and systems developed by our PhD students or master students in the end. People motion analysis, automatic recognition, reconstruction of 3D structure from a single view, a lot of medical imaging stuff like detecting melanoma against nevi, or finding tumors, doing segmentation of mandibular stuff, detecting COVID related damages in lungs, and so on. Let me conclude on a couple of information about the other course which is available in Modena, which can be used to complete your curriculum if you are interested in artificial intelligence, but not only artificial intelligence. We have a course which is cloud and cybersecurity, mostly taught in Italian, but we have also real-time embedded system and a bunch of other stuff like security, operating system, and similar stuff. And the data science course again in Italian, data engineering and analytics, in which you can pick big data management and governance as a course, or complete your stuff with other Italian courses. So basically, that's it. A lot of companies are hiring and asking us to get more students, more international students. The requirements are the same which have been listed before. So all in all, the main thing is that you need to get a bachelor degree, and the final mark of your bachelor degree should be 2/3 of the maximum marks you can get. And the requirement for enrolling in all of our courses is to have a B level in English, so a B2 level in English. I think that's it. So thank you very much for listening. I think I'm on time, and so
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Grana, for your presentation. And I would like to remind our audience to drop any questions you might have into the Q&A box. And now let's move to the last presentation of this event in partnership with UNIMORE. And now we have Professor Manuel Iori, who will talk about the Master in Digital Automotive Engineer. The floor is yours, Professor Iori. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Can you confirm you see my screen?
Perfectly.
Okay, thanks everybody for being here. So I'm going to present the master's degree in digital automation engineering. So as previously discussed, there are 3 main cities in UNIMORE, Modena, Carpi, and Reggio Emilia, and digital automation engineering is taking place in Reggio Emilia. And its aim is to train engineers so that they can be able to manage the so-called digital revolution. So we would like to provide them all the necessary expertise starting from mathematics, but then computer science and engineering technologies, so that they can, let's say, collect data, manage data, and then use what they understood for optimizing and automizing production. It is thus a very innovative and interdisciplinary course, and we would like to think at production both at the physical and virtual level. So physical means robots, and that's the main activity we do. but also both in the sense of virtual automation. So reducing the effort that humans do either down in production or in offices. As for the previous masters, also this one is entirely taught in English. It belongs to a well-known class of master's degree called automation engineering. There are 16 such courses in Italy, but ours is the only one with a focus on computer science. So computer science becomes what is called a characterizing subject, a characterizing topic. And so we start teaching it since the very beginning. So in the first year, we have optimization and statistics. I'm a professor of optimization. And then we do artificial intelligence, especially machine learning. And then we use this machine learning for CAD/CAM and simulations before entering what is the core activity of the degree, which is electronics, mechatronics, robotics, and automated plants. How can you access the course? So first of all, there is no limited number for the entire number of students. You need to have a bachelor degree in engineering or sciences. We will first of all evaluate what you learned at the bachelor. You need, for Italian degree, a score of at least 80 over 110. And if you have foreign degrees, then you need 2/3 of the maximum score, or you need to be within the 13 best of the reference group. You need also to have some prerequisites from previous studies. So 33 credits in core topics of the DAE, the Digital Automation Engineering. That means mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Then 6 credits in computer science, and then 12 credits in typical automation engineering topics, including automatic controls. That's the important one. You need at least 6 credits of this one. Then electric drives and applied mechanics. Apart from that, you need an adequate English knowledge. So a B2 level is required. There are different options to prove us that you have a B2 level. So in fact, you can contact us at info.dae, D-A-E, at unimore.it, and we will help you complete insufficient credits or provide additional information about the English level. If you don't have a formal B2 language level, you can do an exam. We do 3 such exams at UNIMORE in which you can assess your ability of speaking. Lectures are, of course, given in presence. We are in the real center of Reggio Emilia, and the building is an historical one, and it's a nice one. Attending classes is not mandatory, but of course, it's strongly recommended. We upload videos on the web. This is particularly important for the first semester of the first year, as not everybody will be able to be there because maybe they are still finishing the bachelor's degree or they need their visa. So there might be some time before they're able to come to Reggio Emilia. So all videos are uploaded directly on the web. I'd like to discuss briefly about the structure of the course. So before entering the details, what you need to know is that the first year is common. So we have core and compulsory subjects, just 6 exams, so not many, and they are the same for all students. Then at the second year, students can select the selected path, the preferred path, the curriculum, we will call it. And this can be digital infrastructure, design, or manufacturing. We will see the details in the next few slides. Then at the end, second year, second semester, you have an elective course, and then you can do the internship. Internship means spending 600 hours in a company. As you understood from my previous colleagues, from the talks of my previous colleagues, there are a lot of companies here that support our courses. So you may expect it's easy to find an internship. We will help you doing that. And you will use what you learn in the internship, you will elaborate it, and then you will get your final thesis, and this will conclude a 2-year study program. The first exam, the first year, you can see it, we have advanced probability and statistics, optimization methods, artificial intelligence, and that's the basis of what you're going to study. Then we move to industrial and collaborative robotics, electric drives, part of mechatronics, which concerns simulation. Then at the second year, again, one common class, which is the management of automated plants. So again, automated engineering. Then you have the three different curriculum. The first one is particularly helpful for those that want to improve their knowledge of IT automation. So digital infrastructure is more on putting the devices into a network and exchanging data. So we have distributed control systems, we have Internet of Things, smart data acquisition, and high performance computing for elaborating all such data. Digital design is instead something we do to help those that want to focus on the development of products. So you want to develop a new robot, a new part of an automated plant, then digital design is the curriculum you should choose. Here we have multi-physics flow modeling, again, thermofluid dynamics, digital simulation, again, this is mechatronics, and then product design and digital development. The last curriculum is more focused on the managerial part of automation engineering. So digital manufacturing in digital manufacturing, we teach topics related to the management of automized manufacturing systems. Here we have virtual solutions, material design, organization, and then sustainability and digital transformation. So you have several options. You have to choose one curriculum, which means 4 exams, but you can select your selective courses, 2 selective courses, in fact, among the other curricula. You have also options for the final semester. Apart from selective courses, you can do additional laboratory activities. For example, we are organizing the development of bots with banks, which is something related to the virtual automation. You can do, of course, internship in companies. And we have several opportunities for exchanges abroad. Erasmus for studies or for your internship can be done either in Europe or outside. And we have several collaborations with France, Germany, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, Chile, Brazil, and up to Japan. What can you do after you finish your course? Then I'm going through the conclusion also of my talk. Well, you have various possibilities. Of course, you can continue studying. And if you want to do that, then you want to access a PhD school. And we have multiple PhD schools here in Modena and Reggio Emilia. Otherwise, you can find a job in a company. And of course, we would be happy if you stay here with us in our territory. You will have several employment opportunities. Each DAE course hosts a seminar by a company. So this year we had Electricity, Credem, Engineering, so a lot of different companies. For example, 2 such companies offered full academic fees for 3 students. So both Credem and Emily offered fees to cover entirely your studies. So you will manage to know in these 2 years at least 20 companies. This will offer you internship, and this will be ready. I mean, they do it because they want to hire people. So you will have a lot of opportunities. So I conclude here my presentation. I just would like to give you some contacts. So you can apply for the course up there in the link you see in the video. That's the common one for all courses in this presentation. We have a dedicated website, which is dae.unimore.it. And I coordinate the activity of the master's degree together with Professor Monica and Professor Imovilli. And we answer all emails or requests or further information at info.dae@unimore.it. So feel free to write us for any further information. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, professors, for your presentation. It's actually been an exciting journey through the master's programs offered by the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia. And I saw that we received quite specific questions that were answered directly via the Q&A box. by the professors. So I would like to ask one last question to our speakers. That is there any advice that you would like to share with the potential international students of UNIMORE to take the best out of their experience there? Anyone who wants to share any advice? Don't be shy, anyone.
Oh, we are not shy. I bet the eyes. Please, Luca, do you want to answer?
Yeah, well, maybe just one point. I think all the speakers here made a clear point that the region where Modena and Reggio Emilia is at the top levels under many respects. It's really a region of many, many opportunities. And the study courses that have been presented, they are all nicely engineered to give the students access to all these opportunities. So if you apply, use all these opportunities. You may choose a subject that you like, that inspires you. And when you are here, thanks to the electives, thanks to the many experiences that you can make, you can also take advantage of some other things. Contacts with the train ships. There was also a question on the short periods of study abroad, contacts with the professors, research projects. I mean, it's really an offer, very rich offer. So the best that I can suggest to prospective students, you're young, you have lots of energies, take advantages of everything that Modena has to offer you. They are all very exciting topics to study here, really on the edge of what's needed in the engineering and physical sciences fields.
Thank you very much, Professor Selmi. Please go ahead, Professor Capra.
I completely confirm what Professor Selmi said. So it should be a really interesting experience for all the students, not only for the study, but even for the towns, for the region. And it's one of the reasons why the students abroad are choosing the different university. Obviously, we have to confirm our good level of knowledge and teaching in the different field, and I think honestly we should. But in addition, the students have to take care about the possibility of really nice life experience in our region. Just a technical question I have to add regarding the languages. Different students ask for the knowledge of Italian and obviously the English knowledge. I have to say that close to our linguistic center, we will offer free courses on English for all the students of the master degree taught in English, with a priority for the students recruited in these courses. And I repeat, we offer English courses, but in addition, we will offer 2 courses in Italian. Like the colleagues wrote on the answers, the knowledge of high-level Italian language is not required, but when they will make the test and will inscribe to our university, they will have the opportunity to follow free courses in Italian, because it's very important to the Italian knowledge for the quotidian life, so for all the things that we do. So don't care about this. We will offer courses, I repeat, in English and in Italian too, free courses close to our linguistic center, CLA.
Thank you very much, Professor. I think that's an amazing information and very useful information for any potential student who is considering to apply to UNIMORE. And I think we got to the end of our webinar. I would like to tell our audience that they are going to receive an email with a link to the recording of the event, so you can watch it again in case you missed anything. And also I would like to thank again all the professors from UNIMORE for joining us today and giving our audience the chance to get precious information about the university. And last but not least, I would like to thank all the participants for their time joining us today. We hope that this session was useful for you and look forward to seeing you again in the upcoming events with the University of Modena and Reggio Emilia. Thank you very much all and have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.